Okay, good morning students. This is class 9th chapter 10 work and energy. Today we will learn what is the work and what is the energy. So in the previous chapters we have already learned about various ways of describing the motion of objects and causes of motion. How the object will move we have learned in the motion lesson. So in performing our day-to-day activities we use various words like work, energy and power, which are closely related to each other. Sometimes we use these words without paying much attention. In this chapter, you will examine these concepts more carefully. People carry out various tasks in daily life, for example, lifting of weights, carrying of weights, sweeping, cleaning of houses, and so on, so on. So many works we are doing different types of works. So how these works, how we are doing. So similarly, you might have also observed that people employ machines into homes to carry different tasks like blowing air by fan, pumping. This they are doing some work. So how they are doing? How are these works being done? So by human beings or machines. So whoever the work is doing, either machine is doing work or human being is doing work, but we need some energy. We need some energy is required. So human beings from where will get energy from food, whereas for machines will get energy from electricity. So what you want to say is that one. So in all examples mentioned, we notice that a person or a machine doing works spends some energy to do work. For example, to lift your school bag, you spend some energy. Similarly, an electric fan uses some electric energy for blowing. So whatever the work we are doing, we need to do some energy. If the human beings are doing, we need food. If the machine is doing, machine needs electricity to do the work. Then what is meant by work? So the word work takes on different meaning depending on the situation. So the work will take different meanings on different situations. Here you can just see, for example, the statements like I am working in a factory. The Ramayana is a great work of Valmiki. Then next, so many examples he has given. So work depends on the situation. Okay. So some examples he has given. In our common view, she is working hard, but we go for scientific definition of work. The above mentioned activities are not considered as a work. So what is work actually? Work here in scientific method is different. So we are doing hard work, we are sitting, reading, writing. This is not at all a work according to the science. So according to the science, what is work means? To understand the work, to view the scientific meaning of the work, let us observe the following. So a man lifts cement bags from ground and keeps them one by one in a lorry. So what he's doing is lifting the bags, and here one girl is taking a toy to from one place to another place. One person is pushing the huge rock lying on the playground, and one person is taking a heavy bags. So what is this? So according to this, see here is in some cases there is change in the position. So after careful comparison of all the above mentioned examples, you can understand that in each case the person involved action or doing work. So some action is going on. So in some cases there is a change in position of the object on which the work has been done. For instance, in example, the position of the bag is changed from ground to the height of the lorry. And similarly, the toy car moved through a distance by changing its position. So what the work means? So some work should be done. Means one position should be changed. So that type of work we will call it as work will go. So a force should act on the object. A force should act on the object. The object must be displaced, or there must be change in the position of the object. That we will call as a work in according to the science. See definition of work in science. So here one box is there. So what happened? See here the force is applying here, and here the distance. So if we want to move this from one place to another place, some work has to be done, we will say that. So here's a constant force. So we define work to be equal to the product of the force F and the distance S moved to the along the direction of the work. So work done is equal to force into displacement. This is the formula. W is equal to F into S. Work has only magnitude, no direction, so work is a scalar quantity. We have already discussed regarding the mode is when by magnitude, what is when by direction, what is scalar and vector in the previous classes. So we measure force F is in newtons, that is N, and distance with S in meters, distance S in meters M. In equation we can write W is equal to F into S. So F is equal to 1 and S is equal to 1, then the work done by the force will equal to 1 Newton meter. So here hence the work of the hence unit of work is Newton meter. Newton meter, or we can say joule, 1 joule we can say. So 1 joule is the amount of work done on an object when a force of 1 Newton displaces by it 1 meter along the action of the work. So equation W is equal to F into S, we can say this one. Okay, so these are the some examples here given, children. You can just go to this one. And another one is the idea of energy. What is meant by energy? See, the word energy is very often used in daily life in various occasions, like is more energetic. So I am so tired and lost my energy. So today I am feeling more energetic than yesterday. So what is meant by energy? So here we will see what is meant by energy. See here one case, a metal ball kept in a ceramic plate is raised to a certain height from the plate and allowed it fall. So what is given? He is asking to take two plates and you put one ceramic ball silently kept there. So any change is there? Nothing is there. So when he is throwing the same ball from height, what is happening? There is some work has been done. This plate has been broken down into some pieces. So some work has to be some energy has been put and the plate has been broken down. So this is the first case. And in the second case, so here one toy car is given. In the toy car, what is it doing? So some key is there. So if we turn the key, without turning the key, the car will move? No, it will not move. So if we unless we rotate the key, then the car will move from one place to another place. If you don't rotate the key, means it will not move. So there is a difference. So some energy has to be required to move the object. So what does it mean? Says, okay, children. Then similarly, the capacity of doing work by an object and another object depends on the position and state of the object which is doing work. Thus, an object acquires energy through different means and is able to do work. Then how the energy transfer and the work. See, the person doing work loses some energy. So whatever the work we are doing, we lose energy and we require again energy. So where does this energy will go? So okay, we will eat food and then we will do some work. So we lose our energy. So where this energy is going? So we have to see this. In science, we consider work has to be done only when there is a change in position of the object. The object is able to change its position due to the energy transferred to it by the force doing the work. Thus, whenever the work is done on an object, its energy either increases or decreases. Okay. So, for example, we push a wooden block which is kept on the table. It starts moving due to the work done on it. As a result, it gains kinetic energy. So this is all activity as given. See, understanding the increase and decrease in energy. So one is taking one spring and is compressing it. When compressing, what is happening? It is pressing down. Then what is happening? Some work has been done. Some kinetic energy has been done. Then afterwards, when we relieve this one, again it comes to its same position. When it is released, it gains some energy and may even jump from the table. The work done by your palm on spring increases its energy and makes it to jump away from the table. So here also some energy has been used. So negative energies. So if you take a ball, when a running ball, this negative energy work on the ball decreases kinetic energy and makes it come to rest after some time. If you put a running ball, if you put a brake, what happens? It comes to a rest. That is a negative energy. So there is understanding the energy of moving objects. See here, consider a metal ball and a hollow plastic block when they are kept on a table side by side. Now suppose that a ball is separated from the block through one end to the another end, as shown, push it to the roll with a table speed v. So here the one rod we kept, one small ball we are kept. So you can just see this one, they are at the rest position. So what happens, then after some time, when we push the we will take the ball to the corner and will make a give a force to the ball. So what happens, the block will move from A position to the B position. So this is a distance from A position to the B position, it is moved. So what is happening, so energy, so this force of energy will move the objects from one place to another place. Energy of moving objects, it will move the object from one place to another place. You might have noticed that when the ball is pushed, it starts moving with the speed of v and hits the plastic ball and displaces itself from A to B as shown in figure 11. So thus a moving ball is more energetic than the ball at the rest position. So what you want to say is, when the ball is at the rest position, there is no energy is there, the moving of the ball acquires more energy. Okay. So whereas the same ball cannot do any work when it is at rest, in other words, the body possesses more energy when it is moving, when it is in the rest position. So that is what you want to see. Then next, in a mathematical expression for kinetic energy, we know that kinetic energy of a body at rest is 0. So rest means it is not working anything, it is at the 0 position. But the kinetic energy of a body with a certain velocity, it is equal to the work done on it, make it acquire to velocity from the rest. So it is acquiring more energy here. So let us assume an object of a mass m is at the rest smooth horizontal plane as shown in figure 12. Let it be displaced through a distance s from the point A to B by a force F acting upon it. Direction of the displacement in the horizontal direction of the net force is equal to the applied to the force. This is already what is done by net force and all we have learned this one. So W is equal to F net and that is equal to F is equal to S of equation 1. This in chapter motion we studied about the equations of uniform acceleration motor, the relation between initial velocity and the final velocity, acceleration. So all this we have learned in the previous lessons, what is mean motion and work, what is meant by acceleration, velocity, displacement. These are all we have learned in the previous lessons, children. From there we have to see this v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So this equation we have already derived. From there you can see here Newton's law is equal to F net is equal to m into a. This is the derivation also we have done. So from these equations 1, 2 and 3 we will get work is equal to ma into v square minus u square by 2a. W is equal to then half m v square minus u square. This is also small derivation like F is equal to ma. So this is called a work energy theorem. This is called a work energy theorem. Okay, as we have assumed that object is a rest, its initial velocity u is equal to 0, then W is equal to half mv square. So this is a one type of one of the equation in this work energy lesson. And some of the examples, some problems here given, and here we are using the potential energy. What is meant by potential energy? We'll see now. See, take a rubber band, hold it on one end and pull it from the other and then release the rubber band at one end. So what happens if we take a rubber band? What happens? It stretches and again it comes to the same position. Is nothing but a potential energy. Observing the energy in an object in some height. See, if we use a hammer. So if we take a hammer and we will drive the nail into the one wall or a plank. So what happens if we put very small, what happens, the nail does not goes inside the plank. But what happens if the hammer is raised to a certain height? So very height, if we raise it, then what happens, they allowed to fall the nail inside. We observe that the nail is pushed some distance into the plank. So that is nothing but a potential energy. The energy possessed by an object because of its position or shape is called its potential energy. Then next, an object increases its energy when it is raised to a height. This is because of the work done on an object against gravity acting on it. The energy of such object is known as the gravitational potential energy. So this regarding this some sums he has given, some examples he has given. So when we see that one. Next is the mechanical energy. mechanical energy. The sum of the kinetic energy and the potential energy of an object is called is mechanical energy. So potential energy and kinetic energy, the combination of these two will get a mechanical energy. So next is the conversion of energy. We have already seen this. Sun is a big source of energy. The solar energy from the sun is converted into various forms like light energy, heat energy, and wind energy. So this will be conversion. It will convert into electrical energy to heat energy by iron box, and chemical energy into light energy by a torch light. It will conversion. That is nothing but a mechanical conversion of energy. Next, listing the energy conversions in nature by day-to-day life. We have different types of energies. So like we can just see here. These all are the examples he has given children. Just you can just go through. Next you can see sources of energy. We have what type of sources we have. We have different type of sources like potential energy of coconut. So coconut, if you want to break means what happens, kinetic energy we required. So in this case the source of energy conversion is gravitational force. For this example we also understand the energy transformation need a source responsible for formation. Sources, what a source of energy is one which can provide adequate amount of energy in a conventional form over a long period of time. Okay, so what type of energies we have, we will see. Renewable sources which can be reused, like we can use the sun, solar energy, solar cells. These are the energies which can be renewable, means we can reuse them. So another is biogas, biomass energy, the material contained in the bodies of plants and animals that we produce as a biogas. So you just go through this. We have different types of energy like biomass, energy from sea. We have different types of tidal energy, and another one is a ocean thermal energy and geothermal energy. These all will get from sea. This all will get from sea. And wind energy is another one. Another is atomic energy, and another is a nuclear energy, and from nuclear fusion. These all are the types of the energies we'll get from the climatic. Okay, so that's all about this lesson, children. Thank you. And the question and answers I will give a tick to complete the notes also. Thank you, children.